We're diving into one of those moments, where someone's true feelings kind of peek through the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
It involves Aubrey Plaza, the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special, and a subtle tribute to her late husband, Jeff Baena.
Okay.
As fans of Plaza, you probably already know that Baena, a filmmaker, sadly passed away in January.
Right.
What's interesting is what happened during Plaza's first public appearance since then.
I'm curious.
So Plaza's introducing the musical guests, Miley Cyrus and Brittany Howard, at this massive event.
Yeah, huge event.
She's in a black blazer, black dress pants, and a tie-dye shirt.
Huh.
Now, tie-dye and Aubrey Plaza, that tracks, right? Quirky, unexpected, classic Plaza.
Right.
But this wasn't just a fashion statement.
Interesting.
It was a deliberate choice with a hidden meaning.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what's the deeper story here?
Well, that's what's so fascinating about this.
Yeah.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this seemingly random shirt becomes a touching tribute to Baena. It's not something most people would have caught,
Right.
but it's a beautiful detail for those who know the backstory.
Oh, see.
To understand why this tie-dye was so significant, we need to rewind to December 2021.
All right.
Plaza was a guest on the Drew Barrymore show,
Mm-hmm.
and she casually mentioned how she and Baena got married on a whim,
Really?
wearing tie-dye pajamas that he made for them.
Wow, that's so sweet.
So that seemingly insignificant detail from years ago suddenly takes on a whole new meaning.
Right.
By wearing tie-dye at SNL Plaza was subtly acknowledging Baena, their relationship, and their shared love for the unconventional.
I see.
It makes you wonder, did anyone else at SNL know what this meant for her?
Yeah.
Was it a private message woven into a public appearance? Or did she want others to decode it?
It's possible it was a bit of both, right?
Yeah.
A personal way of feeling connected to him while also allowing those in the know to share in that connection.
And what's so powerful about that is she didn't explicitly say anything, but that tie-dye shirt spoke volumes.
Absolutely.
This is what I love about these deep dives.
Yeah.
Uncovering those hidden layers, right?
Definitely. It reminds us that even in the most public of settings, personal grief can be expressed in these quiet, profound ways.
Right.
And it makes you look at other celebrities and public figures and wonder what stories their clothes might be telling.
Now, we know Plaza for her comedic persona, often deadpan, a little dark.
Yeah, her humor is.
It makes you wonder how that might have informed her choice of tribute.
Right.
Was this a subtle nod to their shared humor, even in the face of loss?
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
It definitely goes against the grain of what we might consider a traditional somber tribute.
Right.
But knowing Plaza's style and her relationship with Baena, it feels completely authentic to who they were as a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you think about other instances where celebrities have used fashion to make a statement or send a message.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Remember when Lady Gaga wore that meat dress to the VMAs?
Oh, yeah.
People are still talking about it years later.
Exactly. It's a reminder of the power of clothing as a form of self-expression, especially for public figures.
Right.
And in Plaza's case, this wasn't about shock value.
Right.
It was about something much deeper.
Yeah.
A connection to her late husband.
And the fact that she didn't explicitly announce it, didn't draw attention to it,
Right.
makes it even more poignant, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It adds a layer of intimacy to the gesture. It wasn't a performance for the cameras.
Right.
It was something personal and meaningful for her.
It really makes you think about the different ways we all process grief, right? Some people might need to talk about it openly, while others find solace in more private expressions of remembrance.
And that's what's so important to remember. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. It's a deeply personal experience.
Yeah.
And Plaza's tribute is a beautiful example of how someone can find a way to honor their loved one that feels authentic to them.
Now, I'm curious, did Plaza's tie-dye choice make her tribute more impactful because it was subtle? Or would a more direct acknowledgement have been more meaningful for viewers?
That's a great question. And it really comes down to individual interpretation.
Yeah.
Some people might have appreciated the subtlety, the quiet nod to their shared history,
Right.
while others might have felt a more direct acknowledgement would have provided closure or validation of their grief.
It's interesting to think about how viewers might have projected their own experiences and feelings onto Plaza's gesture, especially those who have also experienced loss.
Absolutely. It could have been a source of comfort, seeing someone navigate grief in such a personal and genuine way, reminding them that they're not alone in their own journey.
It's almost like a secret language, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where those who understand the backstory get to share in this intimate moment while the rest of the world sees just a shirt.
Exactly. It's a subtle nod to those in the know, a shared understanding that goes beyond words.
Really highlights how much we can learn from observing and understanding the subtle ways people choose to express themselves. I mean, think about all the times we've seen a celebrity in an outfit.
Right.
And just thought, interesting choice.
Yeah.
But maybe there was a whole story behind it, a reason we couldn't see.
Exactly. And it's not just celebrities, it's everyone.
Yeah.
We're all constantly communicating through our choices.
Right.
Whether it's our clothes, our words, or even our silence.
And I think what Plaza did so brilliantly is that she managed to convey this deep, personal feeling without overshadowing the event itself. It was this perfectly balanced tribute, quiet yet powerful.
It really speaks to her strength and resilience to be able to channel her grief into this subtle gesture.
Yeah.
While also stepping back into the public eye. It takes immense courage.
So what does this all mean for us?
Yeah.
I think it encourages us to be more mindful, to pay attention to the details, and to recognize that there's often more to a story than meets the eye.
It's a reminder to look beyond the surface, to be curious, and to consider the different ways people express themselves, especially when it comes to something as personal and complex as grief.
This deep dive has really made me think about how we can use our own choices, big or small, to honor the people and things that matter most to us. Yeah. Whether it's wearing a piece of their clothing, listening to their favorite song, or simply carrying them in our hearts.
Right.
And sometimes those quiet gestures, those personal acts of remembrance can be the most powerful of all.
Absolutely, because in the end, it's those small acts of love and remembrance that keep our connections alive.
Yeah.
Even when those we've lost are no longer physically with us.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep connecting, and keep those hidden layers of meaning close to your heart.